I'm Shana Thompson, and I'm a Senior Customer Success Manager here at Crossbeam. Thanks so much for joining my session on how to source and convert pipeline in HubSpot. Today, I'm going to show you how to identify and close more partner source and influence deals by sending your Crossbeam data into HubSpot. And you'll also learn how Ed Sabatos, who is head of partnerships at Everflow, is running highly targeted campaigns and then helping his reps move deals forward with our HubSpot integration. Before we get started, let me tell you about one of my favorite partnerships, Dax Shepard and Monica Padman. They are the hosts of my favorite podcast, which is called Armchair Expert. And if you want to check them out on Spotify, I would recommend listening to this guy, my favorite, Matthew McConaughey. In this session, we'll cover a brief overview of our outbound integration with HubSpot, how to run targeted campaigns with automated list creation, and how to build partnership reports. And remember, this all assumes that you've completed your Crossbeam account setup, including connecting to a data source, connecting with at least one partner, creating standard populations, and sharing data with at least one partner. And to leverage Crossbeam reports, your partner will also need to share data with you. This also assumes that your HubSpot admin has installed our HubSpot outbound integration from our partner cloud. I'd like to start by giving you an overview of our outbound HubSpot integration. It includes two main capabilities, and it is available beginning at our connector paid tier. The first piece is the list creation, where you can send partner data from Crossbeam reports into HubSpot to automatically and dynamically create partner-specific contact lists across your prospects, customers, and joint opportunities. And this assumes that you have the HubSpot Professional Edition or higher. The second capability is the orchestration enrichment. Here you can send partner data from Crossbeam into a HubSpot custom object to trigger workflows, sales follow-up tasks, and create reporting dashboards. This assumes that you have the HubSpot Enterprise Edition. And we recommend getting assistance from your HubSpot admin to install and configure the Crossbeam HubSpot integration. All right, now let's dive into how you can run targeted co-marketing campaigns in HubSpot. Today, you might have to compare spreadsheets, agree upon the right contacts for your next co-marketing campaign, and then upload the list manually into HubSpot. And this can take days or even weeks sometimes. So let me show you how to accelerate this process through automated list creation in HubSpot. So let's say that I'm a partner manager at CrowdBlossom, and I've already account mapped with my partner Bazala. We've now decided that we want to host a webinar together. And I'm going to compare my prospects to Bazala's customers as I really want to drive ecosystem qualified leads to this webinar. So I'll save this report as the ecosystem qualified leads for Bazala. Then I'll navigate to my integrations tab. And here we've assumed that our HubSpot admin has already installed it. And I'll go to my settings to see that that report either is there or I'll have to add it. And this is going to automatically and dynamically push it into a contact list within HubSpot. Here I can work with my marketing team to take that list from my Crossbeam report and ensure that the right audience is included. If there are contacts that should not be a part of this list, your HubSpot admin can always use a suppression list to make sure that this partner-specific campaign is going to the right people. You can also use this feature to support other use cases, such as announcing a joint integration for your mutual customers, or inviting mutual prospects to a co-marketing webinar, or inviting mutual customers to a co-marketing event like a fireside chat or a co-sponsored happy hour. Now let's talk about how you can build partnership reports with HubSpot data enrichment. Here you can push your populations from Crossbeam into a custom object to be able to give your reps visibility on your partner relationships with their prospects and customers, and then action that data directly in HubSpot. Let's say that my sales leadership team wants to know how Bazala is doing in sourcing ecosystem qualified leads to the rest of the ecosystem. Here I'll work with my HubSpot admin to be able to create a report to give them visibility. Let's dive into HubSpot. Here I'll work with my HubSpot admin to create a report directly within HubSpot. I'll use my custom report builder because I'm using my Crossbeam Overlaps custom object and my company's standard object to build the report. Since I know that my sales leadership team likes to use pie charts to compare, we'll go ahead and use that setting and then also use the partner name to break down the report. Since we care most about the number of overlaps each partner is bringing to the table, we'll choose the count of crossbeam overlaps. We can also choose other fields such as company owner or my account executive, my population, my partner population, and my partner name to be able to report and filter on this data. We'll go ahead and filter by the population and by my partner population. And my sales leadership team really cares about driving ecosystem qualified leads. So we'll filter our population so that it only contains prospect information. For our partner population, we'll go ahead and filter by their customers, since we really care about the relationships that they have with their customers and how they can help us get into those accounts. Here I'll be able to see that Bazala holds about 38% of the pie or 178 crossbeam overlaps, and I can use this data to justify asking for additional sales and marketing resources. I can even drill into this report, and I can filter by company owner or account executive to work with my account executives like Sasha Parker to be able to break into their accounts faster, using my Bazala contacts to provide warm introductions or additional information on the account. Once I create one report, I can also create additional reports within HubSpot and then start to build out dashboards. When I drill into these reports, the first one is the ecosystem qualified leads. This report shows us where we should be prioritizing our time and co-selling efforts. It looks like Bazala and Holver have the highest number of overlaps, and we should probably double down our co-selling conversations with them. The second is mutual customers, where we can use this report to prioritize integrations we should be building next, identify cross-sell or upsell opportunities, or we can pull in customer health data to salvage these accounts and prevent churn. The third report shows my overlaps for Bazala by account executives. Here I can help my account executives prioritize co-selling opportunities. Now let's hear from Ed Ceballos, Head of Partnerships at Everflow, who'll share how his marketing and sales teams are using Crossbeam's outbound HubSpot integration to source ecosystem qualified leads and push deals forward.
We had a chat with Ed Ceballos to understand how he uses Crossbeam at Everflow. Introduce yourself, Ed.
Hi, everyone. I'm very happy to be here today at Crossbeam Connector. My name is Ed Ceballos, and I am the Head of Partnerships at Everflow.
In the spirit of Crossbeam, we'd like to know, what is your favorite partnership?
Well, I know it might sound cheesy, but definitely my best partnership is my wife. I've been married to her for 28 years. That's why it's my rock, my best partnership ever.
Tell us about your role at Everflow.
So I lead the partnerships team. Our function is to accelerate growth by leveraging the different type of relationships we have in the business and put them into motion through the right program.
So how are you automating your co-marketing campaigns?
In an ideal case is we want anyone on the marketing organization that is running anything to be able to just go and grab the information without asking help for the partner relationship manager or having to never again exchange any spreadsheet, right? That's the ideal use. There is another way where Crossbeam with HubSpot is helping in co-marketing execution, which is the governance. And this is something very practical. All of us who've been using data can recognize this. Is you're making some intros, you're running some campaign with a partner. You don't want to make the mistake of inviting a client that is a shared client with another partner, right? You don't want to make that mistake. So governance is a super important piece. When we talk about execution, the third piece is being able to track and measure. Because all the information is managed in the CRM, and it makes it very easy to tag that these accounts are being worked with this XYZ partner, and it's very easy to consolidate any result of execution of any campaign along the rest of metrics that the business manage.
How are you helping your reps move deals forward?
When it comes to getting the sales teams to use information and using dashboards, we've been through like a little journey. At the beginning, we were more focused on understanding where we overlap. Then we moved to trying to understand how we can simplify planning and executing some co-marketing and co-selling campaigns. But the real opportunity for the long run and the most difficult to achieve is expose the data in a way that the sales teams are going to use themselves. There is an enormous amount of value by getting the sales teams to talk with their counterparts in the partner organization. And we do that mutually, right? We help them, they help us. Just understanding what partners are in the game has a huge impact, because just knowing they're using HubSpot will tell you a lot of things about how we can add value to them. We know the company's a business to business. We know that they are a HubSpot client. Now we can tune the value prop and mention specific things that will be relevant to them.
What metrics do you track in your partnership dashboards?
When it comes to sales, we have general dashboards to understand our account mapping against our entire partner community. And then for the top partners, or the partners where we have a lot of activities, higher volume, we have a specific dashboards where we basically track how our pipeline overlaps with the pipeline of that particular partner, how our pipeline intersects and overlap against the install base, how many white space opportunities are in our funnel or pipeline versus the install base of that partner. And we also track total number of overlap accounts, and we also track the intro requests, because it's super interesting to get a sense of how many accounts we're asking, how many accounts they are referring to us, because it brings a sense of the current activity with them.
Thanks for dropping by, Ed. Anything you'd like to add?
Thanks, everyone. I really love joining you today. And if you feel like contacting me and share any of your best practices, or ask me anything about what we're doing, I'm happy to share. You can connect me on LinkedIn. And again, thanks for the Crossbeam team for the opportunity to share and collaborate with the extended community.
Okay, great. That concludes my session on how to source and convert pipeline in HubSpot. Today, we reviewed a brief overview of our outbound integration with HubSpot, how to run targeted campaigns with automated list creation, how to build partnership reports, and we got some insights from Ed Ceballos at Everflow. We hope you enjoyed this session. Thanks for joining us.